There was a main character today on Twitter, all right?
All right.
This guy's name is Bryan Johnson. And he's one of these dudes, these Silicon Valley dudes, who's really interested in stopping aging from happening.
Oh, is he one of the ambrosia people?
So there's a crazy video, but we're going to watch that second.
Was he involved with that ambrosia company? They were giving like teenager blood transfusions to older people and shit.
Hi everyone, I'm just getting home. I agreed to be filmed today.
This guy's totally from like Redwood City, but he has like some weird kind of continental accent. I don't know if he's from Redwood City. Like, he's terrifying.
It looks like my face has a really bad sunburn. So just
no, you don't look sunburned. There's
yeah, you look like a vampire.
Like, he's terrifying.
Yeah, Scandy as hell.
Wait, what's happening to him?
I got fish scaled today. It's all over my back too. But what they did today actually is they had this laser. She was basically just like shaving off imperfections and scars.
What?
We did it for the face. She also had a hair application, a laser for hair growth, and then we did the body as well. So today we're gonna film my nightly routine. A lot of people.
Yo, I am. This is already like, yo. I don't know. Like, is everybody ready for whatever the fuck this is?
Let's do it.
Because we don't really end up in like completely uncharted territory very often around here. Like, I have no frame of reference for what this is. And so, like, you're going to have to excuse any mistakes that we make as we go through this.
This is the deep end of the pool, and we can't see the bottom. We're just diving in.
We're hoping that the reason we can't see the bottom is because it's deep and that...
Yes.
And it isn't
there
some
isn't
other...
bodies down there.
We're just hoping that, like, it isn't, like, actually a half an inch deep and...
And specifically in the context of, recently I shared on social media that
Yo, DeWisco, you know who this guy? Yeah, he was the main character on Twitter today. Yeah.
Entire month of perfect sleep, 100% score using.
Those are Putin results.
And I didn't really have any context on this, but people were blown.
Yo, you should sleep more. Get 120%.
That I was able to achieve not only 100% once, but for an entire month, every single day. A lot of people said that in years of wearing Whoop, they'd never achieved 100%. And so people are curious what I'm doing for sleep, and the nightly routine is really about prep for sleep. So I'm hoping I can share with you what I've been learning for the past couple of years through a bunch of trial and error.
He's 26.
It's what psychotics say.
Number one priority in life.
You should be examined, you should be interviewed by mental health professionals.
Amazing and possible, and when I don't sleep well, it feels challenging.
Yeah, he's probably about my age.
The entirety of what I do.
I just don't look like a goblin.
Some of it is blueprint protocol stuff, but a lot of it is really sleep
this guy's
preparation.
probably within
The first
fucking
thing I do
2
is
years, 3 years of how old I am.
I have
This guy's like
outdoor shoes
43
and I
to
have indoor
50,
shoes.
right?
And you know the
Bryan
thing that
it's not
that
really a blueprint.
I always assume about these people who are in, they want to ensure that they live forever. They hate themselves so much they think that if they can be immortal, they'll somehow come around to liking themselves, and it doesn't fucking work that way.
Right. Have
Like
you
that
ever-
Dr. Anastasia bitch with the huge fucking tits and the face carved of plastic, and she has the balls to talk shit on trans people.
I told you he was in that fucking DeWisco. He's a year younger than me. I knew it.
He doesn't really look that good, honestly. He looks like if somebody gave oh God, what's the guy from?
No, we got to be careful here. So like, but whatever's happening to him, he's doing to himself, right? Like that's what's important here.
No, it's not.
He's like a pretty trim guy, and he looks like he's
himself.
He looks like he's in good shape, but that's not enough.
He doesn't look right in the face. Like something looks off, like surgery or something. Like his skin's pulled too tight.
Just being like trim, which I'm not, by the way, but being trim and in like fairly good shape and rich, by the way. He sold some fucking like $800 million company or whatever. Like, that's not good enough. Terrifying. Just terrifying. It's almost like that Ollie London guy who tried to like look like a K-pop star and somehow is now a detransitioner.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I don't like trans people, blah, 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 blah. Dude, you got yourself to look like a fucking K-pop star. And
well, no, he didn't look like a K-pop star. Well, by the way, Dylan Mulvaney right now needs to be in a K-pop video because Ollie London would just explode.
And you don't want to fuck with the K-pop fans on Twitter. Remember, they're the ones who fucked up one of Trump's rallies.
This is like the hygiene standards of the world. These are
those are just
the hygiene
pants.
standards of this
Yeah.
house.
You just paid too much for them.
Too. I have my lunch bag with me. I have 2 meals.
Hypoallergenic.
And so when I get home, the first thing I do is I'm going to put this on the ground, not on the countertop.
He's Howard Hughes.
Wait, what the fuck?
He's a germaphobe.
Oh my fucking God.
Hygiene standards, sir. Those are clothes. And after I take my clothes off, I burn them.
11 a.m. to noon. And that gives my body about 8 hours to digest food before I go to sleep. When I do that, my resting heart rate is between 45 and 50.
69 viewers again. Oh, we should grift this guy. This guy's an idiot. Can anybody help me grift him? I would like to take $6-7 million from this guy.
And when
He didn't need it.
highly likely to have a good night's sleep. So today was, for the third meal of the day, was
So
asparagus.
does this guy get
white
up at
beans,
3 o'clock in the morning
sweet
to prepare
potato,
for bed the next
tomato.
night?
So I'm going to clean up these dishes. Talmadge and I try to maintain an immaculate
Put that in the
house
incinerator.
where everything is orderly. That's nice.
He's like, you think this is a dishwasher, but it breathes
Agreed on the
fire.
protocol that we'd have a proper labeling mechanism for the dishwasher. Clean workspace allows me to have a clean mind.
I
When
feel
things
like
are
we're
cluttered,
watching
I'm
a Saturday Night
bothered
Live
by it.
skit on the anal retentive
small
chef.
Try to maintain a really
Oh, this guy doesn't cook his own food, right? He just buys like food pods or some
a
shit.
few pills. So I got diagnosed with hypothyroidism when I was 21 years old. So I take levothyroxine.
Why are his nails painted? I mean, I have no
take
problem with that, but it
81
just seems
milligrams
out
of
of place for
aspirin.
him.
3 times a week. There was some good evidence on that. And then right before bed, I'll take
That's
my
right.
melatonin.
Oh,
I take
Athena, I
pills
love
right
you.
when I wake up, and then I take it with my morning drink, and then I do it at lunch, and then again tonight. So I guess I take pills like 4 times a day, 5 times a day. So we're about an hour earlier than when I normally start the routine because we're shooting here. But I'll show you a couple
Dark
things.
mirror.
I'll start with some HRV therapy, heart rate variability, HRV. It is
No.
a representation
This guy
of
spends
your
so much
nervous
time trying to
system.
prolong his
So when you're
life that he
stressed
doesn't
out
actually
and
live it.
That's fucking absolutely true. Like is this guy, he's not living his best life, and I'm not even sure he's going to end up living his longest life.
This is the guy that if he actually does any of his own grocery shopping, it takes him 2 hours to buy 3 things because he's got to sit there and read the labels.
And when you're chilled out and relaxed, you're trying to get your body to be in a more relaxed state. We've tried a lot of devices over the years, probably 15 or so. This one is from Parasim, and it attaches right here to this part of the ear. I've been doing
Oh, that's
30
dirty.
minutes in the morning
It's dirty
and
now.
30 minutes in the evening.
Why aren't you sanitizing that every
I need
time?
pills for my
Left
shark.
current. And so we have a vagus nerve that is through the side of our head. In the ear is a connection point, then down through our chest. It's an entry point for a lot of things. People use the vagus nerve for all kinds of
Some Martin Short character, shut the fuck up.
It just lets you stimulate, so I can feel
Martin Short could-
light.
Martin Short still with us?
Electricity. HRV.
I think he is.
He could play the shit out of this guy. Is this? Yeah, Martin Short would do this guy. He'd be better at whatever this is than this guy is.
Association with age. So as you're younger, you have a higher HRV. As you get older, your HRV goes down. And so over the past couple of years, I've been able to almost double my HRV. I started in the low 30s range, and now lately I've been hovering in the low 60s, which is a remarkable improvement. I think my low 30s probably represents where I was at in my life as an entrepreneur, accustomed to running myself into the ground, ragged, willing to work all night with kids and trying to do all
HRV.
So now
Kiko.
I've shifted my identity that I'm not that way anymore. I really prioritize other things, and my nervous system is really
Now, whatever you are is terrifying.
a
Yeah.
representation of how
I bet the entrepreneur was probably less terrifying.
versus how relaxed and stable I am in life. While we're
Look at you,
here,
kitty.
I'll show you a few other things we've
You're
been
sexy
experimenting
too,
with. 10 minutes before bed,
Kitty being
I'll
all
use-
sexy.
this is pulsetto, and it goes around the neck.
Oh no, what does this do?
And it shocks me if I go out of the bounds of the house.
This is eye tier 100. I have a dry eye condition, which can be found.
And this goes right in my weenus.
Tear ducts.
Somebody like told me they're like, you haven't consumed enough of this guy's content to make fun of him. Because of course that's what somebody said, right? It's Sam Harris or fucking Jordan Peterson or this fucking dude. Somebody's like, oh, you haven't really watched his videos. You don't know. And now we're watching his video and I'm like,
wait. Look at the bottom of the screen on his arm. There's some weird squiggly line. Is that a tattoo or is that like a vein with sepsis?
how do you know it's not both?
It could
He's like,
be
map
both.
my vein on my arm.
I'm just getting tattooed directly injected in my vein.
Producing the right amount of fluid for my eyes, so my eyes get dry, which is not good for eye health. This is FDA approved. You put this on the side of your nose right here.
Fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
What? Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Mystery Science Theater 3000. They did a short called Keeping Clean and Neat. And it's as obsessive as this fucking guy. And we just need Tom Servo and Crow and Joel at the bottom of the screen because that's what this is.
Yo. I think this guy's serious.
I think this guy needs a fucking therapist.
You should be examined. You should be interviewed by mental health professionals.
On this nerve, and then you press this button and it vibrates.
Yeah, you see that weird squiggly?
It's for 30 seconds. And so in a clinical study, they showed that it dramatically improved tear production of the eyes. Before I was using eye drops 5 times a day.
Punch yourself in the eye. That'll increase your tear.
I think this is just all of the cockamamie schemes that he's invested in. Like
these drops in my eyes. It is pretty funny. The first time you do this, it's like the most intense anticipatory sneeze.
You can't unsee the squiggle.
These are Skull Candy headphones. They don't have noise cancellation because it gives me a headache. And I use this for audio cardio. So I've been trying to rebuild my hearing. I have hearing loss from shooting guns as a child and also having music too loud. So this ear
Who shoots guns as a child?
Between the ranges of, I think it's 4,000 hertz and 12,000 hertz, I'm basically deaf. And so I used
Thank you, Athena.
Of stimulation in those frequencies.
This is audio cardio.
And there's some evidence that this is helpful to people. We have yet to see a benefit. We're still early on. Other goodies. This is a spirometry device. We have been
invented penis pump
for quite
what
some
the
time.
fuck?
They invented this guy just for me.
When we first started measuring this, and then when I got COVID in November, I had some pretty discouraging lung damage, which was an eye-opener for me because
so I got teenagers' lungs.
And what effect it'd have on me if I got it. And so we've been trying to rebuild my lungs.
I have 2 sons.
That. This is Sensei.
One was for spare parts. You're going to the island.
Your chest, because you can get the vagus nerve.
We may Austin Bennett rule somebody the first night that we ever covered him, because this, like, if we continue to cover, we maybe can, like, if we cover this guy more than tonight, we may just be watching someone's downward spiral, because this is bad.
There's quite a few places you can interact with it. With Blueprint,
we got $800 million though. How
5 to 10 new things in any given week. It's
wait, why?
Identification of the thing, the evidence that supports it, whether it's strong or emergent. One thing we've been trialing lately, which was kind of funny, was using theta waves for improved sleep and HRV. And so I'll play this for you. It's just something you can find on YouTube. This is what it sounds like.
I just shit myself.
You get that?
He's got he's like, my nail polish is non-toxic. You just put it on the screen. Like, watch. Like, well, I'm not kidding. Yes. Also, yes, that's nail polish. It's non-toxic and for fun only.
There's no such thing as non-toxic nail polish.
It's for fun only.
Find on YouTube. This is what it sounds like.
I couldn't. Someone invented this guy just to fucking scramble my brain. Honestly, you're gonna watch. You're gonna watch, like, not only this guy go downhill, but me too, just from having been exposed to whatever this is.
What's his name again?
It's
Chad
just,
Stannington.
it's like Bryan. I don't know. Fucking.
That okay. The first time that
It was just
I
dubstep.
listened to this, we found some evidence that this might be interesting, and so I turned it on. It was like 5:30 in the evening. I turned it on the speaker, so it was just broadcasting. There was a few of us here hanging out. I didn't think anything of it, and I was on the couch talking to my mom.
Chad Whitington.
I got so tired, I just became paralyzed. Like I needed to lay
Smeagol.
down. I was like, Mom, I'm so sorry. I need to stop this conversation right now because I need to lay down. It just had this immediate and dramatic.
And not the AC/DC singer. Yo, the AC/DC singer probably looks all sucked up like this guy too, but for a completely different reason.
Look at Minty. Okay, Chat GPT, make a guy who will make Gay Dave lose his absolute shit.
Yo, this guy's every like it's like the popular show we do, the Intellectual Dollar Tree, just spit out a guy.
This
So
is
we're still trialing this out. We need to
every.
see if this is sustained or if it's
This
going
is
to
a
break
cautionary tale
It's an
about
example
why
of
no one needs that
always
much
trying
money.
new things, and we're trying to find stability
The beginning of
and permanence
Gollum.
this stacked process, because this nightly routine is the accumulation of a few dozen things that we've trialed,
This guy's also almost 80.
and we keep the
He's
ones
what?
that have worked
No,
and
I'm
just
just
stack it up
kidding. He's the same age
so
as
that
me,
we
but-
get better every single week. But I guess the
I
reason
could
why
fix him, and I don't mean that in any sort of I'm attracted to him way. I feel like if I had 30 minutes to just talk to this guy in a room, I could be like, dude, you gotta stop what you're doing.
that
Just
You have
smack
so-
him a bunch of times.
I'm like, you're in good health and you have so much money. Just stop.
Tolerance for error.
Just fucking stop. Your son and your son needs you.
And
What happens
working
if he
on a
dies
problem
suddenly?
in trying to think through something, like my obsession is the future.
I wonder if this guy got the vaccine.
Intelligent existence. And if I'm thinking,
I don't even know. I wouldn't be able to guess one way or the other. I have no strong opinion. I'm leaning one.
I noticed that
If I had to get,
even
no, I
one
can't.
night,
I mean, he's a
got,
germaphobe, so you would have thought he wouldn't have caught
dramatically
COVID.
how I feel about the problem.
oh, he caught COVID. I bet he got the vaccine.
For that, very dramatically.
He's like, I don't know.
I take this routine so seriously, and so I hope that what I'm going to show you tonight.
He probably didn't.
He had like 2,000
you
vaccines.
do.
What happens to you when you take 2,000 of the COVID vaccine? Not recommended.
Beautiful.
He started out life as a salamander, and somehow this
What I
happened.
did, where before I had
That wasn't the COVID vaccine. Actually, that was some pollution that the factory put in the river, and because he's like my age, so in like the
whether I
80s,
was cheerful.
he was like a salamander when I was like
or
7.
annoyed. Getting these basics right made life much more enjoyable. I think it made me a better person to be around.
Yeah, Theta's right.
And I
either
think it
none or
dramatically improves
2,000.
what I'm able to try to do. It
Is he gonna lick his own
the
eye?
effort. Probably, like nothing else you can do in your life is going to have a better yield
Than
for
being rich.
conscious existence. So dishes are put away. HRV therapy is commenced. I've taken my pills, and so next thing I would get ready for bed. So I'd wash my face, brush my teeth.
I start getting
and
ready
get
for bed at 9 in the morning.
We have an hour every night before
Just
bed.
go to sleep.
We spend it with each other. It's
Wait,
our,
hold on. His kid's name is what? Talmage?
That I
Like, if
think
you- like, if
I
you're-
think
if-
that's like a Kabbalah thing.
If you're rich, just give your kid just name your son John, please. Like just
an hour every night.
I don't
before
care
bed.
how smart you think
His
you are.
diet consists entirely of supplement.
Spend it with each other. It's our favorite time of the day. We read.
It's
hang out.
totally light out.
We do
Unless like this is just a fake room. Where he's like, I would like it to look like it was bright outside.
This is not a real person. There are ones and zeros there. He's the Matrix.
But we're both ready. So then, when bedtime arrives,
top
we
one.
just
I
all
can't
walk
believe
upstairs.
videos.
Go into bed.
Top 1% sleep
At
ranking.
that point, we're tired.
I sleep better than you, motherfucker.
Now we're in the bathroom. We're going to get ready.
Hey,
for
that
bed.
bathroom is not
Seeing my
perfectly clean.
face in the mirror in this light, it's really red. The practitioner I work with, she's been doing this for 10 years, and she said she's never had someone who has a pain tolerance as high as me. And so now that
Because I have no soul.
Oh,
she went all out for
He's a reptilian.
Yeah,
You
I think
saw
so.
it here.
yeah, it's a little bit of
Lady B.
spectral imaging device, so we're able to look
Yo,
at
Lady B, this is the weirdest fucking shit we've ever seen.
biomarkers from the
Lady B, if you just got here, this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Skin, all these different
What is that squiggle on his arm?
approaches. And then compare that against the interventions we do. The more powerful things we do are really lasers. The lotions and the creams I use, they're okay, but they're not really the things.
Them's lasers.
But I use CeraVe wash.
What?
CeraVe.
You're rich and you're using CeraVe?
The hyaluronic acid. And then I also use the CeraVe sunscreen, which also has the AM as well. And because I've done several videos around my face.
So do you remember that there's this weird YouTube channel? I'm gonna fucking butcher it. There was this kid whose hair was slicked back, right? And he would talk about putting on his like coat and shit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
This is like that, but like more terrifying.
There's been a lot of Patrick.
Somebody has to know what I'm talking about, and I just described it in such a terrible way.
I think that is a tattoo, and I think it's some kind of chemical compound. And my brain is like, I hope it's the chemical compound for adrenochrome.
Wait, dude, like, he's like, here, look, I'm a psychopath. Yeah, he's just announcing that he's a psychopath.
And then I put on a peptide serum.
All right.
And then oral care. So this is important. There's been a lot of connection.
I'm going to talk while I'm brushing my teeth.
The body. It's not just having.
Yeah, you should never videotape yourself about brushing your teeth, right? Like none of us look good brushing our teeth.
Brain health and microbiome health. And so I do three things: floss. I'll do a water pick.
I floss my entire body.
Cleanliness. Then tea tree oil. The evidence supporting
tea tree oil. No, dude, don't put that shit in your mouth.
That's what you put on boo-boos, not in your mouth.
And I recently saw her, and my plaque index was lower than hers.
Oh, my plaque index is lower than yours, bro.
She tried very hard to get my gums to bleed, and she couldn't do it. We also have been successful. We've worked on oral health, and I've reversed my oral health age by over 20 years, as indicated by the gum recession and the...
By the gum recession.
Had significant
Pretty soon I'll have no teeth at all. I'm like an infant.
Eating bad food is just bad for oral health. Number two is I had bruxism for over 20 years. So
bruxism, involuntary teeth grinding. Yeah.
Is there voluntary teeth grinding?
This guy grinds his teeth like a motherfucker at night.
I can make your gums bleed.
Tell me this was the case, and they would recommend a mouth guard. So I would do something like I would buy a sports mouth guard that was soft and chewy. I think it just encouraged me to do it more. We use this device.
Wait, what?
I'll post this in the show notes, but it basically arrests your entire mouth. You put it in, and it has this band that keeps it together.
I have something like that.
Just another product he's like invested in, right?
It actually arrested my bruxism. Sometimes we're doing these filmings, and
he's using tap water, man.
Really mixed emotions where like, am I really on camera explaining how I'm brushing my teeth? What the heck?
He had a moment of clarity, and he's like, what the fuck am I doing, man?
He's like, I will become self-aware for exactly 3 seconds.
Well, yeah, he's Skynetting himself.
How did this happen, and why am I doing this? But then...
That's because you're rich and no one ever told you to stop.
I suffered. And I didn't have any...
The sun probably does. Dad, stop bleeding me.
I didn't have oral...
Yo, this guy just needs one real friend, right?
My gum...
One real friend would be like, Bryan, what are you doing?
Grumpy. I hated...
Bryan, what the fuck are you doing?
And so, yeah, I mean, like... So I have these mixed emotions where...
And then I take a bath in diamonds.
And I remember, like, how much would I appreciate
it puts the lotion on its skin, or else it feels the age
said, like,
again.
Let me just help you with a few of these basics. Like, let's just get you in a nice place where you're steady and you're happy. You're not dealing with receding gums and having to go to the dentist because you have these problems. And I don't know. It's weird. I never thought that future contemplations of human would be me in the bathroom talking about brushing my teeth.
I want to know this guy's process for shitting.
All right, then last step is 2 minutes of teeth. This is the tea tree oil. And then, so that's all wrapped up. And then I have a tongue cleaner. Another thing in life that I
He
wish I would
cuts
learn.
his tongue out.
And then I have everything ready for the morning. So when I wake up, it's all situated. So the first thing I'll do in the morning is I'll take my body temperature.
People, I just want to say, people go through less to get ready for their fucking wedding than this guy does on a daily basis.
I'll take these 3 pills, water from here. I'll start my HRV therapy with this device. I'll turn this light on. And I will get
Yes,
a few minutes
bright
of
lights
exposure,
help
a few
him get
minutes
to
of
bed.
sunlight. So again, the goal is to not think about anything ever, because if we're trying to push the frontiers,
Don't think about anything ever.
it's possible with a perfect protocol. Like what can someone imagine their body being if they were
You
implement
missed
a
it.
perfect
He said,
protocol?
he
I
said
need
the
to have an
goal to
infrastructure in
getting to
life that
sleep is
allows
to
me
not
implement
think
these
about
things.
anything ever.
We can stack 100 things in a given day. And so it's really important that everything's organized and structured so there's no thought is required
Just-
ever.
Don't think about anything ever. I never do.
We're going
Thinking
into some of
ages
my
you.
OnlyFans account. So make sure you sign up there. The last thing to do,
Censored.
I have a hair concoction. I don't want to put it in right now. It's going to make my hair
Finish my daily
wet.
prep and I am
I've been
ready
playing
for
with
bed.
this gray hair reversal stuff we've been building.
That was one of the comments they made in Keep It Clean and Neat on Mystery Science Theory 3000.
I equally hate dyeing my hair and gray hair. So it's kind of which one do I want, and I've chosen to dye my hair, which I know is not
Oh,
good
no.
because there's toxins. I equally dislike seeing the gray, and so I'm really working hard to get rid of the gray hair. And this concoction we have, if it works, we might make it available for others. Okay, so face is washed, mouth is clean.
Yo.
I've got my testosterone patch on. This
Wait, why? Why do you need testosterone? Like, why would you have that?
And then I have an estrogen one on the other thigh to balance it out.
Just make sure I live as long as men and women can possibly live. Like what? Yeah, this is we're gonna fire this guy tonight, right? Like we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch the video, the one that everybody wants to see, the reason he was the main, and then we're gonna fire him because otherwise we're just gonna watch someone destroy themselves on this channel.
I feel bad for laughing, but
but like but it's like there were people in the fucking Twitter comments defending him. There are people that follow this.
But you know, like, yeah, and also I just want to say, people like this just make QAnon feel like they have a fucking point.
Oh yeah, we're not even to that yet, by the way.
Offset my 20.
No, go look at my Twitter. I retweeted somebody that was defending him. They're like, you haven't watched his content. Well, now we've watched his content, actually.
Yeah. Well, I bet the person who said that hasn't watched his content either.
To be fair, I hadn't watched his content. Now we have.
So this is how Gary Busey got to where he is. No, he took two accidents. Brain injuries on a motorcycle.
Body, activity level, and age. And so to offset my testosterone to keep it at the normal level, 2 milligrams a day. So normally I would go upstairs, we do our nightly routine.
Like, what does that even do?
And now I'm going to shoot up some anabolic steroids.
Like, yo, this guy's like 45 and he's trim and he seems to probably have a little bit of muscle on him. Isn't that good enough?
That is not a bedroom. That's a hotel room.
I imagined trying to utilize everything I'm good at in life.
Get a neck replacement.
A really valuable technology product.
When they said neck replacement, seriously, this is the type of guy who would have his head cut off and stored in cryogenic freeze to be reanimated.
I wanted the product to be perfect and thrill our customers, but I was willing.
Where's his wife, partner? Good question. Divorced. You can imagine. Yeah.
She was like, your beauty regimen is more than mine.
And we're not this video, but we're gonna learn about his offspring in the next video of his we watched.
His partner is his youth.
Doing that, it came at a cost where I didn't sleep very well. I was stressed out. I was basically eagerly willing to sacrifice everything about my personal health in order to build a great technology product. I think that's kind of backwards in that I was basically sacrificing myself for technology instead of the other way around. And I've shifted that frame in my life where my health and wellness is
I'm going to grab my
#1
phone
priority.
from you.
And I want technology to be in service of that. The sleep score is not just about getting perfect sleep every night. It really is about getting everything in my life in a proper state so that I can achieve this.
Tweet out about the show because tweet out about the show because we're like, yo, tweet out about the show, please, from your phone that I just gave you back. Tweet out about the show. That's twitch.tv/Echoplex Media. You could just retweet Jeff. Jeff, drop a link to the promo tweet. Everybody tweet about the show because this is weird. Fucking weird.
Well, I can't access that link from my phone.
Twitch.tv/Echoplex Media. Just be like, you have like more followers than I do. So if you're like, okay, this is fucking weird, and then you tweet a link to my channel, I think that's fine, actually. You can take a picture of like one of the lights or of you or of me. But I feel like you have more followers than I do. And people like you. So.
Oh, well, people like you too.
Oh, yeah, probably. Dodgy Thingo.
What was this guy's name again? Bryan Johnson?
Yeah, like the most generic fucking name you could ever come up with, right? Somebody said Thingo. I'll do an Andy Nolch.
I guess that makes sense. I got raised with Christianity, and by the time I reached an adult, I was a dumbass.
Accelerating aging, disease, and decline. So it really is an entire system overhaul of my health and wellness and for life. So the sleep score is representative of
like
much bigger phenomenon of what I think is important of a resetting in our society where we are no longer willing to be martyrs for the improvement of technology. We want to have technology be in the service of us being our very best selves. So with that said,
I want to live my best life. I want to live, laugh, and love. And I want it to be because of Python.
I'll walk you through a few things I have in the room. So first, you'll see it's blacked out.
C++.
The Windows.
It's blacked out.
Situation.
Yo, what is that in the corner? Is you just have a subwoofer in the corner that's just plugged in all by itself? Steph, look at the corner of this room. Is that just a subwoofer?
What? It's probably an air filtration knowing this guy.
Oh no, that's actually where. Oh nope, not gonna say that. We have a whole ass other video by this guy. Listen, we're 10 minutes away from this whole ass other video by this guy.
I have a temperature control.
It's like a mini fridge where he keeps like one kale smoothie.
8 sleep, so it
on for his cheat day
throughout the night.
His cheat day is
the sheets I have are grounded. We found some good some evidence on that. I have 2 air filters in the room.
Okay, everybody, that was our air.
Playing with, but trying to maintain optimal air quality. And then for my pillow setup, when we did a full body MRI, we found a time bomb where I have bilateral jugular vein stenosis, which we have these 2 pipes on the side of our necks, and they drain blood from the brain. And if there's a stenosis in there, then you have cloggage, and it keeps.
I run a humidifier and a dehumidifier.
I had stenosis on my jugular veins. Flow out of my
Chad has the best jokes. It doesn't matter how funny we are.
Hypertensities. I had some pressure in my brain. It was a very scary situation. Then we tested various pillows and pillow heights.
Harry, I needed a new pillow.
The one that proved to have
the fucking neurologist.
It's a My Pillow.
Really skinny pillow at the base. It was the thinnest pillow I could find. And then this guy, which has an indentation for my neck. And we found that when I laid on my right side, I had the best flow. On my left side, I had the second best flow. To summarize.
Oh, but then we were all like, what were your other options? Did you?
Chris Key comes in, he said, did you say flow?
Right. I mean, if you're not a back sleeper or one of them weirdos that sleeps on your stomach, then you got 2 choices. I'm a side sleeper. I tried my left side. It was the best flow. And I tried my right side, second best flow. Fucking great, dude. Fucking excellent.
For people who are wanting,
I sleep with a ventilator on.
Every night that you stick to.
I have like an old woman that just blows cigarette smoke into my face while I sleep. She smokes 2 packs a day, and I pay for one of them.
That you're going into your evening knowing you're going to prioritize sleep. So
Face
you have a
blanket.
wind down period. You have specific things you want to get done in a certain course. You go to bed at the same time every night. So just know that's what you do, and treat sleep as a non-negotiable. It's not something that can be wished away, negotiated away, or just ignored. It just exists.
Sometimes there's time you gotta like sleep less than you think you should, but generally he's right here.
Yeah.
Actually, sleep is good. Sleep is important.
And the thing is that,
and I think this guy probably hasn't slept in like 7 years.
and also, rich people like this can afford to have the time and the money to do this kind of shit. Poor people who have to work, you know, you're not going to get as much sleep, and it's because of capitalist assholes like this.
Yeah, it's because you don't really get the 8 hours to sleep, the 8 hours for yourself and the 8 hours for your job that we were promised.
Yeah.
This guy,
He wears a shirt that says, "Ask about my #1 sleep routine."
this guy sleeps, I bet this guy sleeps like 21 hours a day, and that's probably for the benefit of everyone else in his life.
He has a clone to do the beauty regimen for him.
Have to work with it as it exists.
No, this man is not a cat. A cat would just be over in the corner sleeping.
Oh my goodness. Oh, these guys.
Oh, he's covering his face. He's embarrassed to be
Go to
here.
bed and you're ruminating.
Wouldn't you be if you were a cat? You'd be like, I don't know. These are just my
Terrible
humans.
night's sleep, tossing and turning, and these things will just be cycling through your mind. You won't be able to get it out. Other basic things like getting the room to be blacked out. Those are some of the basics that should get you off to a good start.
Oh, it should be dark when you're going to sleep.
Well, yeah, dark and cool.
Downstairs. This is our brand new laser.
Oh no, he got a laser. Oh no, don't give this man a laser. What is he going to do with the laser?
So this beams thoughts into my head.
Also, I feel like he has brought a very dirty flight case.
No, but
into
it says cleared. You see, it says cleared.
All right, you make a good point.
A clearance on this, so we can't open it yet, but hopefully in the next couple days, so we can get it to work.
He was like, I'll open this thing eventually. I don't know what it is.
And actually, the C was missing, so it said Leard. So maybe he got it from John Lear.
It'll be our third laser here.
That's a legitimate crazy person.
Oh yeah.
Hey Talmadge. Talmadge, can I show your food? So Talmadge and I eat the exact.
I thought he was going to bed.
This is the delicious dish we had today.
I'm gonna eat some raw chicken.
Potato.
Yo, what is the thing on
It
here?
looks like raw chicken.
What do you think about
It's aged raw chicken.
Marinade and piss.
Like his kid's like, Dad, whatever. You're like you have millions of dollars. I need a new Porsche. I can't explain.
Expected a soup, and not that I don't like.
I know.
soup.
I expected a soup too.
Yeah, and then I saw.
Hey, I'm gonna need one of your kidneys. Dad, you already took two.
So, yeah. So I guess
He's like, Dad, listen, I'm weird. I put like a barrette in my hair. This kid's probably playing this old man.
this is like sacred time for Talmadge and I. Every day, Talmadge and I have been in this routine. We're together every night, and we missed a night together, and we both felt like there was a violation of the sacredness of our nighttime.
Yo, your 17-year-old should be out there fucking people, right?
Yeah.
Like other age-appropriate people.
Yeah. Dad, you have to stop doing YouTube. I want to make short films. So we can-
Dad, yo, I'm already very uncomfortable.
yeah. It just. I like to watch my son eat.
We will watch something, talk, we'll do something. His mother and I got a divorce like 8 years ago. And
Oh, I can't imagine why.
we had split custody and wasn't.
Yo, listen, kid. I know your dad is like rich and weird and lets you do whatever you want. Go live with mom.
Yes.
Please go live with mom.
As I really wanted. And so this last year, Talmadge decided to complete his senior year and live with me. It's been a really cool experience because Talmadge left his born into religion, just like me. When you're born into a religion, it's hard. If you haven't had that experience, it's hard to articulate to someone else.
People already know what the next video is. The chat's like, we know what's coming, Dave.
Singular reality. You basically say like, this is the only reality that exists. We are the good people, people who are not bad people, and you kind of have this tribal game. And it's hard to understand how that defines your relationship.
Very
with
informed
reality.
chat. I haven't said shit about this. Everybody knows what's coming in the next video. Listen, We got 6.5 minutes, 5.5 minutes.
And so when I left the religion,
Mom was in Scientology, and now this becomes a pretty big moral quandary.
the mom was in Scientology?
No, I just made that up.
Oh,
but
okay,
that would make this a bit of a moral
It
quandary.
wouldn't surprise me.
But it would make this a bit of more complicated. That we'd have a much more. Who should have the kid? Probably mom. Oh, she worships Xenu. Oh, I don't know now. Actually,
Yeah.
Can the state step in? There's a giant orange cat here who's very nice. Maybe the cat can keep track of the kid until he turns 18.
He did. The
I had to
cat's
go
like
through
got
this
his
process
back
of
turned to you.
basically
He's like,
relearning
fuck
life
this.
from a new perspective.
He's looking over there. He's like, "Are you gonna play disco music?" I'm like, "No."
Talmadge and I talk about the days, events, what happened at school, friends, who said what, who did what.
Yeah, Chatsy's like, even if the mom's a Scientologist, like, look what is happening here.
Yeah, I would pick the mom over him.
What the fuck?
I can't put Blood Boy on my college
All the
transcripts,
social
Dad.
of interactions that happen in high school.
my God.
In the evening here, Talmadge and I get to talk about all the
All right, thanks for spoiling everything, Chad. I appreciate it.
life. A few things that are on my mind recently. I guess the thing that the whole world's talking about right now is ChatGPT and the progress that's been made in artificial intelligence.
Actually, I'd let ChatGPT raise your kid.
This kind of goes back to the three observations which I think are relevant on planet Earth. If we go out and we zoom in on planet Earth and come up with the clearest possible assessment we can of reality, I'd say there's three things going on. One is that artificial intelligence is improving incredibly fast in ways which we cannot predict. Number two is the biosphere of our planet is in question. And three is we humans are dangerously at each other's throats. A couple of years ago, I wrote a plan for humanity. And it was kind of
69 viewers again. Nice.
A plan for humanity. Oh, God.
It's great.
Everyone else needs to die so I can live.
This is, yeah. Get big that. Yeah.
Everything. We plan for marriage and kids and college and death and everything in between, career advancement. But we really don't have a plan as a species. We just kind of fly by the seat of our pants. We do things individually, but not really on a large scale. In many ways, it ties back to this, what these core principles are a blueprint of what we've been doing. And at the core of it, we humans have this propensity towards destruction and violence. And
So listen, check this out. I thought the most like deranged rich person was Eric Weinstein, and that's not true.
I don't even know who that is, so it's okay.
He believes that he unified physics by himself in his spare time.
Oh, okay.
This guy's way crazier than Eric Weinstein.
He must die so I may rest.
I had a personal problem of committing these acts of self-destruction to myself, whether it be in the form of too much food or the wrong food or inadequate sleep, but these things were leading to me committing to self-destructive harm. And I was helpless in stopping myself from doing these things. No matter how much I planned, no matter how much I desired it, I just couldn't stop it. I was helpless. I think the human race has a similar problem. Planet Earth.
He's just going to get his skin replaced.
We're ruining the only home.
He'll use his son's. His son doesn't need it.
He's just going to frazzle drip his son.
Now we're going to bring online this incredibly powerful form of intelligence, the form of AI, into the
listen, don't show the Q people any of this guy's stuff, all right? Like,
yeah, they cannot know about this.
These self-destructive tendencies.
YouTube needs to remove this, just for like the betterment of society. Not for any ideological reason, probably doesn't break their terms of service, but just like nobody should have access to the thing that we're watching right now.
Kind of a wacky idea, but it kind of proves out this core concept.
Oh, God. Ugh.
As an individual,
JFK
I
Jr.
do things that are not in my best interest, and I can't stop them. And so, is there a part of me?
We can't stop. We won't stop.
Differently, in a more peaceful and constructive way. And the solution was to ask my organs to be in control and do that. And so I found an alternative.
Hello, heart, kidney, liver, lungs. I need you guys to amp up production.
So this sucks because I was like trying to like bring a whole thing on. The chat knows exactly what this guy was. This is just like the most online place on Twitch right now. Everybody knows why they're making fun of this guy.
I knew nothing about this guy.
But now you know what the punchline is, right?
Yeah, but I'm still probably gonna
ideal health. The same
enjoy getting there.
Planet Earth. The Earth is equal to
step
being
the
in a body
fuck up,
where you
uvula.
take millions of measurements of planet Earth. You're looking at the evidence for proper biosphere, and then you manage the Earth according to these constraints.
Every time I have to take a poop, I just say, hey, intestines, none of that shit, literally.
Our history is literally
69 viewers again, nice.
And that's no different than how it is today.
Tight,
I just don't see the thing in the world.
Lady B, this is not a kid. This man is the same age as that I am.
Encouraging way that suggests to me that we're somehow going to bring online this incredibly powerful form of
What's the matter, bladder?
Nation states are going to compete with each other. Companies
Stay young, lung.
Individuals are
Like, what if this guy learned about urine therapy? What if this guy became best friends with Chris Key? They could do like a Thelma and Louise, you know?
Oh, God.
Situation. I don't think that what we're doing now is in any way close to being proportional to where it needs to be. These routines we go through, the protocols we do at Blueprint, to me, it's all really part of this bigger structure.
Because the vampires are getting hungry!
We need to evolve the species in significant
They do Hunger Games down there, they do adoption, and they eat people.
This guy's consumed like at least like a little bit of human meat. You know what I'm saying?
He had to have.
And I think anything short of that is actually
he had like a fillet of wrist.
Fillet of wrist. So I got inspired by my beauty regimen by that movie Ravenous. Has anyone seen this?
I say that for those of you who are wondering, that Blueprint is not an endeavor for me to try to live 200 years or indefinitely. This is not a quest for immortality. It's not a vanity project, which I'm trying to do. I'm trying to...
It's vanity.
If we're going to have a meaningful conversation about the future of being human, we can talk about philosophical concepts, we can talk about regulation and all the stuff we know are going to come up, but really it starts with...
Yeah, so this video is almost over. I'm just telling you the next thing I'm going to show you is much crazier than this.
He eats his own clones.
Minds are in a good spot when we are.
He's like, I clone people, and as soon as they become the size of a chicken nugget, I put them in an air fryer.
Like the poplars from Futurama.
Oh no!
Clones' fault for being tasty.
It's
oh
your
my
fault.
God, son, you're going to the island.
Oh fuck, yo!
he's one of the repo men.
It's going to be a different dialogue. We're going to treat each other differently, less acrimony, maybe less tribal warfare.
Those poor cute
perhaps
poplars.
A change in disposition that we'd be more cooperative.
It's like sex, only I'm having them.
We'd head on up to our rooms. We'd get at the base of the steps here. Talmadge would challenge me to a race.
What? Oh, your poor son.
I would tell him no.
Actually, you know what? I would be like, that kid never had a chance. Just be like, Dad, give me $10 million and let me leave this place.
Because he beat me and I don't want to get hurt.
The kid's microchipped, so he can't leave.
We're going to don our blue light blocking glasses, hang out for a bit.
They have blue blockers.
We'll call it a night and hope.
Those are just rose-colored glasses, sir. Literally, he has rose-colored glasses in his hand. Do you see that?
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please sign this petition to have me institutionalized.
Did you know that it gets worse?
I know. I'm here for it. I you can't see it on the camera, but there's a little bit of tears coming out of my eyes from laughing so hard.
You see the...
Will my son's blood make me... You know, and if I was the son at this point, I would go out and get a communicable disease on purpose.
I would
just to give it to Dad.
I'd just sell somebody else my blood for $5 million so that I could like fucking get away from my pops. Be like, Peter Thiel, would you like my blood?
Jeez.
No, that was like a lead in. This is the video.
This is the encore.
Pretty fascinating. Regular transfusions of the blood of a younger, physically fit donor can significantly retard the aging process.
Them going insane.
Wait, what? No, hold on.
Yeah, that was the ambrosia.
Pretty fascinating. Regular transfusions of the blood of a younger, physically fit donor can significantly retard the aging process.
Yeah, Peter Thiel does drink the blood of the young.
Bryan Johnson.
Bryan Johnson.
Bryan Johnson.
He calls himself the world's most measured human.
He's spending $2 million a year on a team of 30 doctors.
To reverse aging.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
They called out the bomb squad. They brought the dog. Wow. As far as I know, it's the first time this has ever been done. You ever done a multi-generational exchange? Ever?
If you start to feel like your eyes start to itch, that's the first sign of a reaction.
What?
It's called placebo effect, bro.
Yo.
Good morning. The challenging thing is I need to eat
like he's got like a good body in his 40s. Can't he just like fucking
and he's walking around shirtless in front of a fucking teenager.
But can't he just be happy with the fact that he's in like good shape in his 40s?
Packed up. I'm ready to go.
No.
On time.
Human centipede, Dad.
24-hour trip, so just the essentials. And this, I'll show this to my dad and say, hey, Dad, you're going to get this tomorrow in your plasma. At Blueprint, we have evaluated hundreds
this is
of
child abuse.
And I thought it would be pretty epic if my son, my father, and I completed the world's first multi-generational plasma exchange.
Oh.
Like, why aren't the QAnon people? Yo, this is what the QAnon
like QAnon,
people,
get this guy.
This is what they were talking about, right?
Yeah, this guy is creating their fantasy into a fucking reality, and I fucking hate him.
Right, they're like, oh, like Tom Hanks is drinking the blood of the young. It's like, no, actually, the dude right here is showing it to you.
Fuck.
Plasma is a part of our blood. So when we get our blood drawn, we see a bunch of red stuff. A part of that is the plasma, which can be separated from it. And it started with this really wild experiment where two mice were actually sewn together to share the same circulatory system.
Yeah, those are mice.
An old mouse and a young mouse. The results showed that the old mouse got younger.
Wait, what?
The proposal is not that my father and I get sewn together.
I mean, why not though?
Yeah, just fucking do it at this point, dude.
Like, this is all so like the first thing we watched. Like we couldn't, if we would have just watched this by itself, we would have had no frame of reference. That's why we watched that other thing.
I saw that, like, so is he pumping his old plasma into his kid? I'm thinking it's like the picture of Dorian Gray.
Like, this is terrifying.
This is
proposal is that
unnecessary. This is child abuse. This is evidence of child abuse.
I donate my younger plasma to my father. It's possible that this will help him in a variety of ways. There
what
have
if they have a different blood type
since the mouse study, but young plasma is still an experimental invasive therapy, even though we completed a battery of baseline measurements
so
on
like what I'm going to say is like thank the good Lord or Beelzebub or whatever you're praying to, that there's some grifter out there that's like, yeah, I put your plasma into your pops and didn't do shit, right? Like the grifter involved in this is actually saving people's lives, probably. There's some kind of intermediary who's lying to these people.
And also, shout out to everyone who had a dysfunctional family. It isn't as bad as this.
Right? Like, listen, you might have had it a little rough. But, like, you know.
And we're leaving at 10:30.
I give him a year till his son is sewn to him.
You know what? I might just rep the merch.
Nice.
A year ago, I was living with my mom in Virginia, and I had grown up in a religion for all my life, but I'd never really been into it.
Hold on, how old is this kid?
A couple years back,
17.
my dad actually
This kid has no fucking personality,
sort of
just like his dad.
Outsider, kept at bay by my siblings and I because he didn't check the religion box, he could not be trusted. I started to develop a relationship with my dad, and
yeah, we're gonna have to fire these people tonight. I feel like we're watching a problem. Like, I feel like we're watching like a big problem.
Yeah.
And slowly I began to develop a trust for him because I saw that in the areas he's helped me in life, he has had a good track record at helping me
Child has a
succeed.
personality of
And so
Scorpio.
that sort of bled into other areas of my life. And eventually I came to the conclusion that I wanted to leave the church I grew up in and come out to California to live with him.
I am making these statements of my own free will.
I'm not even kidding. 50-50 is mom's a Scientologist.
And it was the best decision I've made in my life.
This kid's like talking to a piece of paper.
Hey, Talmadge.
Oh, hey, fancy
Look at the
seeing
fucking
you here at
bookshelf.
the
Look at the fucking bookshelf. It's half empty.
fancy seeing you here at the bottom of the staircase as this person move behind me with the camera follows me. I didn't know you'd be here.
I saw mommy kissing Elron.
Hey, Talmadge. Well, so I was updating my algorithm of the number of cameras on you. So it seems like you're doing really well.
I think so. Whoa. Wait a minute.
Updating my algorithm of the number of cameras on you.
Oh, that's weird.
Is he judging his son based on like video hits?
Lisa's like, will you DJ later?
So it seems like you're doing really well.
I don't know. Are you editing video? Yeah, I'll DJ for you.
He has not been on camera at all.
I'll be your private dancer.
Extraordinarily fast.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. We are on time.
Good Tina Turner reference.
As an alt.
I don't have any Tina Turner remixes.
Cookie size.
Or that's because you can't really remix Tina.
She's a fucking queen, man.
When
I heard she died, I listened to the Lost Boys soundtrack, the song I Still Believe. That was her saxophone player, man.
I'm just saying the fact that I don't have any remixes of Tina isn't a diss on Tina. It's like, you better come correct if you're going to remix Tina.
Fuck yeah.
Oreos. And you know what? With this option set, we will choose.
Wait, why are there like, what is he doing in the back?
Is he eating out of a vomit bucket?
In the back of it, like an Uber.
You just want to check in.
Like, why are you?
There are so many things that can go wrong. We've planned this entire thing to happen in 24 hours.
Like, people just travel, though.
Are they going to Europe for a month?
Pretty
Well, it's the only place where it's legal to inject your son's blood.
nervous about this.
I'm actually excited.
They're going to like they're going like, oh no.
Is this the prequel? Is this like in between Blade and Blade 2? Is this what happened in between the two?
They're going to like Bulgaria.
A meal prep service. Oh, I see a little bit of acne on the son's face. Don't take that blood, bro.
Yo,
You're gonna get pimples, man.
First thing.
The fuck you, mom. Dad likes my blood.
Significantly, that's supposed to help it.
Shut the fuck up. Chat, you're ruining my show.
Your plasma? Like, how's your plasma been?
Who, me? Shut the fuck up.
For everybody besides me, obviously.
I've had unlimited sugar, so just be ready for that.
We're 34,000 feet. We're flying to Dallas. We're about
His
an hour
son
flight.
is 100% grass
Yeah, we're
fed.
going to land. I'm going to see my dad, which I'm really excited about.
Organic.
I haven't seen him in about a year. We talk a lot on the phone, but I haven't been with him. Talmadge is right behind me. I need to check in to see what he's eating to make sure his plasma's okay.
Wait, what?
All right, so I'll see you guys 2 hours. We'll be landing. I'll see you in Dallas.
They're just flying to
The
Dallas.
libertarian capital of the world. Of course, it's a Texas.
Waiting to find out where our baggage claim is going to be. Don't know if the bags made it through. The plasma did. We smuggled it inside of each of us, so that was good.
Oh, Dad, also, I forgot to tell you I did a bunch of cocaine last night.
This is Dad. Wow. Dad, you look amazing.
I think that's the first time my son and my father and I have all hugged together. That was a beautiful moment that I will never forget.
Yeah. Where do you want? Yeah, go ahead next to Talmadge.
Okay, Dad.
Eat this grass.
I get a lot of meanness directed towards me for Project Blue.
Puma was like, you know what? We need to advertise on this old man.
Under people's skins.
Rich people, let me just.
They seem to just boil and they want to just unleash on me. I do have to confess, I do love it.
The world's driest man.
I hope he gets hit by a bus. The thing on this, though, I wonder what happens if a bus gets hit by me. Maybe he
Wait, what? No.
broccoli or mushroom.
This guy's never been on a bus.
There's there's so much
I have my
irony
food
in life.
pre-chewed.
And if I were to die, it would probably be choking on broccoli. Good comment.
Wow, he didn't even do that well.
We arrived at the hotel, and the remaining thing we have to do is get pictures. There's only 20 minutes of sunlight left, and also my bedtime.
So we got to sun our ball sack.
Oh no! Oh, this is gonna be weird.
Actually go, physically go.
Bus wins.
But like, shout out to Pops. Pops is like, my son is rich as fuck and hella weird. I'm gonna go do this.
We don't swim in swimming trunks because of bacteria or something.
Dad, you want to take center?
He's like, get on the bed with me and my son, Dad.
Things an individual can do to be healthy and well. We typically think about it as an individual.
What is he wearing around his neck?
Rarely this.
Is that one of those I've fallen and I can't get up
you're
buttons?
exchanging biofluids.
Might be to stop the 5G.
In a way that's meaningfully going to impact your body.
I feel like today that pool experience was like, any complications, the humor, everything that was sand.
So his son, who's 17 years old, there's nothing you can say. He's just a kid. Like, he has no
Plasma incest threesome.
It was
stop it. All right, whatever. Actually,
all those factors and one of those experiences that were like,
first only
it's his greatest project.
Can't do whatever you're talking about, everybody. All of you are a problem.
Dude, Grandpa, close your legs, man.
No, Grandpa's fine.
Me being able to participate.
We're not going to see his twig and berries. That's fine.
My mind is.
Like I guess the experience itself.
Yeah, this kid, like,
I'm excited.
Unless he knows exactly what's going on here. He's like, Mom, I'm actually go get a bunch of money from Dad. I'll be back in a year.
Yeah, he's probably like, Dad's going to bleed me for a few years, but once I'm 18, I'm out of there with his money.
We're ready for the next day. I also feel equal anxiety for tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be difficult in a different way. We don't know how Talmadge and my dad are going to respond. We don't know if the exchanges are going to go over well. We don't know if there's going to be complications and unforeseen side effects. So I'm equally relieved and equally anxious.
Oh, no. No.
Pound it.
Yeah.
Noggin.
That's good enough.
Yeah, maybe the kid is smart, and he's like, I'm going to get this
Grandpa
guy.
has a ball sack of a 40-year-old.
What? The plasma bus got decorated.
Love flows from the heart. I guess it's really the vein, but this is amazing.
Imagine how much they charged him for that shit. Yeah, we'll put up stickers on the van and a weird thing. $10,000.
Let's just advertise.
By the tribalism, destruction.
It's the blood-sucking mobile.
Hey, good morning. This is Dad. This is Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, we're going to break several laws today.
Where's the old guy? Is that what he said?
We're going to prove QAnon correct. Jim Stewartson predicted this.
Hey. You ever done a multi-generational exchange? Never.
And we're going to blur out innocent people's faces, but not my son's.
No, he didn't feed me. He's over there eating the blueprint. And
He's like, Dad, you can't eat for, I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to all just take each other's blood.
You're my new best friend.
3 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Have been going on electively for probably about the past 8 to 10 years.
Donor dome.
More often, people have used plasma transfusion, young plasma, for hair regeneration. So
ever committed a crime against nature? Wasn't that one of the questions from Airplane? Hey, Johnny, you ever seen a grown man naked?
All right, well, Talmadge will be up first. Is that cool?
I want to see 0 of these people naked.
One liter out, 1 liter in for me, 1 liter out for me.
Yo.
To Dad. So I mean, you guess it's with Talmadge.
Okay, Murray, you are not the dad.
For 2 years now.
Why'd you just die? Because they just keep taking blood from him.
He's just sitting there. He's like slowly passing out.
I could be a part of a
almost like the Bill Maher Club random show, but
that would help.
We have you the Dr. Peterson suite.
And my grandpa's age all at the same time. And so I was ecstatic.
They took a lot of blood from him, but like, whatever.
That's me in the bag.
All kinds of junk.
Losing my transfusion.
Oh no! Like, I can't believe that we're watching.
He's now.
Oh, and there's drops of blood on the pillow.
We're watching the thing that the QAnon people believe is happening, right? Like literally. Yo, the fucking the people that are hella pilled like think this is happening, and it is.
And why did he film it? Like, he has, okay, number one, he has a moral responsibility to not do this to his son. Number two, he has a moral responsibility to not exploit his son. And number three, he has a moral responsibility to society at large and not give QAnon ammo. I'm sorry, but that just pisses me off.
I think it's funny.
It would be fun if the son snuck out and did a ton of drugs the night before. Hey, why is everything really colorful?
Thanks for the plasma.
No worries.
And the son just falls over in his arms.
Oh, it's so weird. Oh no, they're gonna give Dad the kids. Oh no, they're gonna give P-Pop the kids blood too.
I don't want to ruin your needle. No, you're not gonna ruin my needle. And there are parallels in my childhood and also Talmadge's childhood. My parents divorced when I was 3 years old. My father
good
was
job continuing the
understood
pattern, buddy.
as this ostracized outcast person. He didn't help himself with some.
Yeah, this is going to help you be accepted, bro.
Yeah, I would run into this guy at a dinner party and be like, that's who I want to hang out with.
Or as a child, and I'm trying to process who my dad is and what he's doing. And, you know, this is not a judgment.
You're trying to process what your dad's doing, buddy?
His own life journey. That's fine.
I mean, it's not great that his dad's involved in this either, though.
You know, Bryan has been a magnificent.
Multi-generational abuse.
The problems that I had, he was always the one that would reach out.
So green.
But, you know, there's still...
He's like, I'm just high as fuck off of this young man's blood that they're putting into me.
Went through where he faced physical symptoms, everything, in his reconciliation. And he had to pull himself apart.
Oh, Risto, what's up, Risto?
Then
you haven't been here lately.
Look at me.
This is great, though.
I get it. You know, it was not.
People in the chat are trying.
They would have buried you in their backyard.
Like, people in the chat are trying to process what we're watching right now. Actually,
we're basically this is 9/11 all over again, and we're watching it live.
Baby, we're in this together. All right, listen. Like, I'm glad I have a pain chip on my hat. Aren't you glad that you took the Chris Key sticker and put it on your...
I am. Chakras are frequency. I'm ascending. Yeah.
I misjudgment, you know, lack of character. And
seems like I thought this was all bullshit until they gave me money.
And what I see is this kind of unification.
Son, have you been doing heroin?
You know.
We're talking church stuff.
Oh, is that right?
Oh my God! Yeah. Wait, what's happening? I'm not supposed to do that on.
don't pull a towel.
They all collapse. Son, did you get the vaccine?
Everybody dies. They've been doing like look at the sun. The sun. Like, I don't know, man. Wait, what?
When we got back to
what the fuck?
The mood had changed. We all felt like a team, even though it was Talmadge, myself, and my dad doing the plasma exchange. Everyone there was now invested in this relationship, and
yeah, they were invested in the fact that you're a cajillionaire,
and it felt like family. All right. Well, today we're at the end of our epic adventure, the multi-generational plasma exchange. Dad needs to catch his flight. Talmadge and I are gonna go have a celebratory party. Amazing day. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us.
Yeah, I'm deeply concerned for their...
Text us when you check in, okay?
Dad's like, all right, thanks for the check.
That's not even the grandfather. That's some guy they found on a street corner and paid.
Plasma. People are going to start staring. Go like, who's this dude?
The seatbelt sign is on.
Oh no, the plane's going down. Quick, give the pilot a transfusion.
Expectations in every possible way. The multi-generational plasma, it was a first in the world to ever be done. Also, it was
just some
an emotional experience for Talmadge.
we were able to
I'm
reconcile.
This is
we were
very
divided by the
unsettling.
mind, and we were unified by our biology. And it was sweet and caring and loving, and it was just one of the most beautiful experiences of my entire life. I'm appreciative that we are able to do this on a journey with you, and hope you enjoyed it. All right, now for one last bit for the 100,000th.
Nope.
Fuck me.
My God, that was the craziest thing we've ever.
Oh, as Queen said, who wants to live forever? I'm going to have to get going because I have an early morning tomorrow. And before I go, can I just quick say something?
Yeah, of course.
I just want to let everyone know that if you don't already follow Prism Meta News on Twitter, you should follow that account. And with Prism and several other people, where Prism has created, it's called the American Information Integrity Alliance, and it fights misinformation and disinformation. And part of a subchapter of that is called Doubt, which was the name I came up with. It stands for Discussing Our Unusual Beliefs Together, and we're doing some work on this, and it's going to be a support system for conspiracy theorists. And I've been doing some networking, getting some people on board. We have Poker and Politics on board. Arizona Right Wing Watch might be joining up with us. We spoke with Dapper Gander. We're getting some big people involved, but my portion of Doubt, called Doubt, is going to be a place for former conspiracy theorists to talk and get answers in a safe environment where they're not going to get repelled. So I just wanted to, we don't have the website live just yet, but this has been such a big fucking thing for me, and I have another meeting tomorrow. So, but this is my life's work, and it puts me as almost a lifelong conspiracy theorist. It puts all those mistakes in a new light where it's like, hey, I learned from those mistakes, and maybe I can help others. So I just wanted to plug that, and when it's live and up and running and all that, we're gonna let people know. And I just want it to be a safe place. You know, if you still have questions about 9/11, this is going to be a place where you come and you're going to get real truth-based answers, because that 9/11 was my big thing, and I've been diving into it again. And I could tell you anything you want to know about building codes.
Fucking rad. Well, thank you for joining us this evening.
Yeah.
It was a little starty-stoppy at the beginning for a variety of reasons, but we ended up in a
rabbit hole of our own.
We ended up in a pretty bad place, and I'm glad that you were here with me instead of someone on remote.
I'm here with you, and
like, we're okay.
You're my blood. You're my blood brother.
We're gonna be okay.
And I'm gonna take this off my forehead, because if something happens and I get pulled over, that would just be weird.